All right. Welcome to Trifecta Hour. I'm AJ. This is Ink. This is Prince. We in the building. How do this fine
Hello.
fine eye?
Cheerio.
Got these damn dogs on my nerves. I just got started and they're already whining.
You want me to call Michael Vick?
Jesus.
They haven't whined all day, and now look at her. Say hi, Coco. It's Andrea's mutt. Anyways, let's go. My dog's trained. He's laying down. He's laying down.
Unhinged mutt. Anyway,
raggedy bitch.
All right, so one big beautiful bill has turned the bromance between President Donald Trump and businessman Elon Musk into a war of words. Well, mostly Elon hammering Trump. Here's Trump's response on Elon's criticism of the one big,
The
beautiful bill.
criticism that I've seen, and I'm sure you've seen, regarding Elon Musk and your big, beautiful bill, what's your reaction to that? Do you think it in any way hurts passage in the Senate, which, of course, what is you're seeking?
Well, look, I've always liked Elon, and it's always very surprised. You saw the words he had for me, and he hasn't said anything about me that's bad. I'd rather have him criticize me than the bill, because the bill is incredible. It's the biggest cut in the history of our country. We've never cut. It's about 1.6 trillion in cuts. It's the biggest tax cut. You would say, people's taxes will go way down, but it's the biggest tax cut in history. We are doing things in that bill that are unbelievable. And when you look at what we're doing for small businesses, for people, for middle-income people, all of the things that we're doing, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And, Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, and, which was a lot of money for electric vehicles. And, they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles, and they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And, Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago. That's been in there. That's been, I would say, JD, that hasn't changed. That's been right from the beginning. Mr. Secretary, that hasn't changed at all, right from the beginning. But I know that disturbed him. He wanted, and rightfully, he recommended somebody from that he, I guess, knew very well. I'm sure he respected him, but to run NASA. And I didn't think it was appropriate. And he happened to be a Democrat, like totally Democrat. And I say, look, we won.
Totally.
We get certain privileges, and one of the privileges, we don't have to appoint a Democrat. NASA is very important. We have great people. General Kane is going to be picking somebody with our. We'll be checking him out, seeing. But he wanted that person, a certain person, and we said no. And I can understand why he's upset. Remember, he was here for a long time. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk, and even with the black eye, I said, "Do you want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup." But he said, "No, I don't think so," which is interesting and very nice. He wants to be who he is, so you could make that statement too, I guess. Look, Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised because you were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer. Said the best things. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything. And I am right about the great, big, beautiful bill. We call it a great, big, beautiful bill because that's what it is. And
Now, this did get personal with Elon accusing Trump of being in the Epstein files, which was quickly intercepted by Epstein's lead defense attorney, who said on X, quote, "I was hired to lead Jeffrey Epstein's defense as his criminal lawyer 9 days before he died. He sought my advice for months before that. I can say authoritatively, unequivocally, and definitively that he had no information to hurt President Trump. I specifically asked him," end quote. Trump then went on to allegedly cancel Elon's government contracts. He can't do that. And then the beat goes on. Inked. Is there any hope for this bromance?
Do we care? Do we care is the better question. I don't care. I would like to hope that when Elon stops acting like the baby mama from the Bronx, that he'll get his whole life right. He'll get his whole life right. Some people cannot handle rejection. Some people can't handle being told no. Some people can't handle your time is up and we're moving.
But he knew that. He knew that.
It's BS.
You if you stay, you become full time.
Exactly.
He knew that.
But we're gonna pretend. We're gonna pretend. And I do think a lot of this is another distraction. Because it doesn't even make sense. Like bringing up the Epstein nonsense. Like none of it makes sense because
Right.
it's the same shit that we've already known. It's the same shit that was exposed because we all know that the left would have gave their firstborn, well, wait, not their first because they probably aborted that one, but at least the third, um, that for the information, and he would have never made it to the White House. We all
Right. The
yeah,
first time.
we
The
all
first
know
time.
that. So to keep talking about it is pointless and useless. But I mean, is there hope? I'm sure. People get over things. They work it out. They talk through it. Elon's the one really wailing around like a wild hyena. But do we care? I don't even care if they get over it. Like, I don't think I've ever been so turned off by a presidency. Like, can we just focus on the things that matter? Can we just focus on the things that are important? Whatever this bill has that you think is bad, can you just tell us that? Can you express that in words instead of trying to distract with the okey doke of bullshit? I think I'm just exhausted. Honestly, I'm bored. I'm over it. Uh, I've never quite seen anything like it. And if I'm being honest, um, I, I'm ready for it to move on to a different chapter. Um, there's so many things that need to happen in this country that we're not even addressing because we're talking about old shit that's never mattered, and and it's hard. It's hard. Like I've literally gotten to the point now where I, I don't want to talk politics anymore. I don't want to talk about it. Um, these stupid leftists. He's going to prison now. It's just,
Sure.
it's you know what I'm saying though. Like we're back where we started. Like we're back at square one. Thanks, Elon. Like we're back at square one. Like, and just to hear them
Oh,
talk, and it's like
God.
now it's like the Elon Trump fight, and it's just like, no, there's no fight. He's the commander in chief. You can say whatever you
Right.
want to say. Elon sound like you dumb leftists right now. You just sound like y'all. You just spewing stuff into the ether that has no meaning, no nothing. Just your words on the internet. So like that's
That
literally
part.
what it's happening. So yeah, I don't care about their bromance. I really don't even think it's over. I saw this really funny meme where it had like the both of them sitting next to each other on their phones laughing. I'm thinking maybe that might be plausible. We'll put on a show, we'll make everyone pretend we're fighting, but in the background he's playing golf, and like everyone said, why would you leave him with your kid if he was such a bad person?
Mm-mm-mm.
Whatever. Prince.
Um, I mean, what you're seeing now is no different than two broke ass bums arguing on the street. Except now two of the richest people in the world, and they're playing it out in front of everybody. That's all it is. One has immense power, and the
Mm.
other has immense power, but in his own sphere. And he thought that yes, he did know what was going to build, but he thought, hey Donald, I helped you get in here. I thought you would, you know, throw me a bone or something with the EV. And Trump was like, no, it's America first. You knew that. I don't know what inclination you got that I was going to change my mind because now I'm in here and you helped. Thank you. Appreciate it. Like,
Right.
appreciate the
Right.
BJ, but listen, like
Woo.
we
Woo.
Not
good.
the
Like, I'm not about to
BJ.
leave my wife for you. The wife being America, the United States of America is the wife, and you are like a side country. And he's like, listen, I had fun. It was beautiful. Motorboat.
God.
It was great. But
Leave me
Oh
I
my
alone.
God.
Okay,
I,
AJ.
I can't leave America for you. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And I don't know why everybody else is having a problem with this. Like, I saw people's like, Trump can't even keep his word.
Mm-mm-mm.
If he kept his word, it would be worse for you, dummies. Like, so y'all would rather, out of spite, Trump keep his word to Elon, and then y'all be more broke and more complaining. Got it.
No, they would still complain.
But AJ, you said something on your show the other day. You said if this was 2016 Trump, oh, he would blew Twitter up. Like it would have been a wrap. Like
Oh my
Elon would have
gosh.
personally had to go into Twitter account settings and block Donald Trump. But because this Donald Trump is smarter and he stewed on that last election, he was like, you know what? When I come back in, I'm gonna still put my shots in. But you know what? I'm gonna be strategic with it, and I'm gonna show you what a commander in chief really is about. And he kept doing what? Prefacing the big beautiful bill. He'll throw his little shots, but he was like, but and all this is about is he's mad that the big beautiful bill is coming to fruition, and it is beautiful. We're saving trillions. We're doing this. We're doing that. That's the new Trump. And y'all don't like it. Y'all think we didn't know about that Epstein file crap? Let me tell you something. How many pictures y'all have of y'all phone of somebody that now you want to be caught next to them if they had money? Yeah. Just because you take pictures or anything like that. And again, I will say this again.
Zero.
If they had this, don't you think that would have been the first thing they would have said to get this man kicked off the election?
Facts.
Oh, but Facts. Prince, that's because he's on it, and other powerful people are on it, brother. We talking about the president of the United States was on the line, not a supervisor at McDonald's. The president of the United States. They will use that. Get out of here. As far as that bromance, I don't care about it. And if I'm Trump, Elon showed his true character, and he showed that when he doesn't get his way, he's showing screenshots. He's doing a TikTok live. So nah, I'm good. That bromance is over.
Well, to quote one of my favorite rap groups, Onyx, ain't nothing worse than a bitch ass nigga. That's the word up. You get hurt up. That's what I'm thinking. Trump don't care. I don't care. We don't.
You know
care.
who
Nobody
do
cares.
Tupac.
Elon, we've used you for your money. You did what we needed you to do. Have a good day. You knew you had until May. You knew we weren't going to hire your homeboy to head up NASA. You knew that wasn't going to happen. Now you're in your feelings, and now you're tweeting like I said, a dejected side hoe.
Or a baby mama from the Bronx.
It's entertaining. I'll give you that. But other than that, it doesn't really have any influence. The bill's going to pass. Republicans are on Trump's side overwhelmingly. So nobody cares. Elon, fade into the sunset. You're acting like the leftist you always were. And I was, we'll get into Candace's video in a moment. But I was one of the people who was like, yeah, this is a great thing. Elon, great. I didn't see the details. Candace, why you say this sooner? But we'll get there in a moment. Elon, you're done. Because, once you cross Trump, there's no getting back. You see Michael Cohen begging for a pardon right now.
Sorry.
Begging.
Like Keith Sweat.
What are you? Biden didn't even pardon you. You thought Trump was good? You think Trump's going to do it? Okay. Hold your breath. Just hold your breath. So the EV mandate, speaking of the EV mandate, so when Elon he got caught in another lie, Elon, because you tweeted that you didn't know anything about the big, beautiful bill and what was in it. Bam! Sean Hannity interviewed y'all in February. And in that clip, Donald Trump is talking about the one big, beautiful bill. And he's talking about the EV mandate in the bill. And you're sitting there. Oh, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get it. Oh, so you knew about it. So you lied. Don't come over here trying to pee on our leg and tell us it's raining. The only people eating this shit up is the left. The only ones eating it up because they need Trump to. We need to get him on something. You're never gonna get.
Never gonna get him.
I got it. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. It's never going to happen.
I'm bored.
You think Hillary Clinton had the Epstein file? You think Hillary Clinton had no access to this file? Hillary Clinton knows you're on the list, and he became president the first time.
That's because her and her husband are. You know what?
Because Hillary Clinton saw the internal poll and she knew she wasn't going to win that damn election. Because the polling y'all see is the popular vote, the cute shit. She saw the electoral and was like, we're in trouble. Because the reason why Hillary Clinton's in trouble, because she didn't go campaign where she should have. She thought she had it in the bag. because of her name and her legacy, not realizing that most people are not going to fall for this. And yeah, you won by 4 million votes, but 4 million people on the coast of the country, no one cares. So no, you think Hillary Clinton, evil ass, wouldn't have used that? Please, it would have been done. It would have been a wrap. She would have been running against Jeb Bush or something.
Jed Bush.
Why
So
Jed
please stop
catch
it.
strays?
So
Jed Bush.
isn't it sad to
Damn.
be Jeb Bush? Because daddy was president, brother was president, and here you come. It's like, nah, you ain't got the Zazazu, bro. Anyway, no, let's look. Oh, wait, let's check out what Candace Owens had to say about Elon Musk.
Here's what I'm going to say about this, okay? People on the right worship technocrats like people on the left worship Hollywood. That's the reality, okay? Elon Musk got behind Trump at the very end, right? When victory was in the sight, he was like, I am the number one Trumper. And the next thing you know, he's like living at Mar-a-Lago, and somehow also, I'm supposed to believe, running 3 businesses. I'll ask the question, let me not be judgmental. What conservative value does Elon Musk hold dear that made him worthy of his proximity to Trump's administration? And please don't say you went all in on Doge. Like he was the only person cut for the job of cutting government spending. Any business accountant worth their salt could have cut government costs. You don't need a celebrity. You don't need someone who likes rockets and space to do that. Okay. You just need a very good accountant. So it can't be that. You can't be, I hope we're not that fickle. Is it a stance on family? Is there anyone who's had more baby mama drama? I have been so bothered by this, and I've been so disturbed as people are like, he's being taken advantage of. Poor trillionaire, poor gazillionaire with 19 baby mamas. He had no idea. Like, he knows how babies are made. So it couldn't have been his stance on family that drove you towards Elon Musk. Was it a stance on faith? Are you a Christian? Were you one of these Christians that got behind him? Because I'm pretty sure that he's a part of the transhumanist movement, meaning when are we going to turn everybody into AI movement? And people just didn't have an issue. They're just like, this is all fine. It's all fine. What has the MAGA movement become? I'm asking a serious question. What has this movement become? This is getting crazy. And some people just don't have the courage. I guess everybody's just a bandwagon fan. And because Trump was on the bandwagon, everyone just got on the Elon Musk bandwagon, no questions asked. The petty behavior when he was like blocking accounts and taking away check marks because somebody disagreed with him over H-1B visas. I don't even know how you can productively run 3 businesses if that's your approach to life. If when you get angry, you try to make people suffer, whether it's your baby mama or it's someone who's just disagreeing with you over H-1B visas. That's babyish behavior. And I struggle to believe that he is heading up 3 companies if this is how he acts, because you can't unite people around that kind of behavior.
Prince.
She's right, except that last part when she says, how can you successfully run 3 businesses and expect people to be around you when you do it like that? Money makes you do anything, and I mean anything. We just saw a video where a guy was called a bald-headed fuck and berated, and his salary was put on the internet, and he's still at his job. That's the only thing I disagree with her, but everything else she was right on. And there is a large contingency of MAGA and Republicans that they respect power. They're a cult when it comes to power and money. So they see somebody like Elon and they're like, yeah. And it's like, it's the same way, no different than the people on the left. They're like, Meg the Stallion. Yeah. It's no different. You're just dealing with different peoples on different sides of the aisle. But Candace was spot on, man. Like, what is the MAGA movement right now? Are you just a disciple of Trump? You just have togas on and you're just bowing at Trump and everything that he does, or everybody that he co-signs you're down with, or you're really what we were in the beginning. We were a large group of conservatives, a large group of Republicans who saw the way that America was heading. We did not like it, and we was calling out the abortions. We was calling out the the teaching sexuality in school. We was calling out the having all the baby mamas and aborting your babies and all that stuff. Now it's like people are conflicted. It's like, well, you're doing mental gymnastics. You're trying to figure out a way to support Trump when sometimes if something is not right, it's just not right. Like even with this whole thing with between him and Elon, some of you are just picking sides because it's Trump. But if you were listening closely when AJ was reading the description, he said when he's talked about Trump was going to eliminate his contract, what's the first thing that came out of AJ's mouth? You can't do that. Some of you won't even say that. You're like, yeah, we'll take his contracts away. And it's like, no, that's not how that's not how it works. It's okay. And even Trump, when he was talking about the big beautiful bill, when he was talking about how he think I got everything right, he wouldn't even say he got everything right. He put it back to the bill. He was like, but I have faith in this bill. But y'all just following this man to the ends of the earth. And Candace was so accurate. She was spot on with it.
I'm so awful right now because my phone rang and it was Be My Eyes. And I refuse to not take the call.
My wife gets them every time we drive. She got one the other day. Was picking out socks for the lady.
So it didn't connect. So I had to hang up. Like literally, I was like, I never not take the call. Okay, so anyways, listen, Candace is spot on. But let me tell you something, and Prince just asked a really good question. MAGA, of what has become of MAGA, is not really what MAGA is. So people who claim to be MAGA today are not even really conservative. So their behavior, nothing they do is conservative. They're just here because it's cool to be here. So if you think about all these people who are just loud and obnoxious and loud and wrong, and they call themselves MAGA and they call themselves conservative, Trump shits on someone's head and they applaud it like, yeah, that's fantastic. No one's ever shit on anyone's head better. Those people are not real conservatives. Those people are just here for the Super Bowl, right? So like they never watched a game before. They don't even have a team, but all of a sudden we're at the Super Bowl and they're like, "Oh, I like those green jerseys. Go green. Go green." That's what the MAGA party is today. And unfortunately, like these rejected liberals, they're the loudest. So if you look at even social media, the people who are still debating these things, right? That's what MAGA's become. The real conservative movement, the real movement that wanted Trump to be in office, the people who truly were like, this is not working, we got to do something different. Those people are like, okay, Elon, what are we doing? This is not a good look. Why are we doing it? Stop pretending. So I think Candace is saying the quiet part out loud. But those of us who really are about it are saying it as well. We just didn't say it out loud, if that makes sense, right? So I've never agreed with everything Trump has done. I never will. I'm still slightly irritated by him. So, but it's much better than what we had. I'm almost nervous of what the 4 years after him is going to look like because we hear nothing about the next 4 years. We just hear about everything that's happening right now. And I'm more disturbed because although some Democrats are waking up and quote unquote being independent, whatever that means, I'm more concerned with how the Liberal Party has become a party of we like self-destruction. So that's a lot of people who vote that way, who literally get off on self-destruction, right? So now that Elon and Trump are fighting, they're like, right? They don't know what to do with themselves. Now they're like Elon supporters. Everybody's got their Teslas out again. They're proud to drive their Teslas. Like it's kind of maddening. And so yeah, they
Just
are.
like
And
that.
so it's like I don't like the lukewarm, right? We just have to stand on it. Like, let's be honest, this isn't a good look, right? Like, because they were so
Mhm.
close and Trump allowed Elon to be a part of a lot of things and the face and speak in a lot of spaces. It doesn't look good, but Trump said it best. There's been many people who've left my administration who don't say nice things about me because they didn't want to leave, but they had to go. So that's the part that I don't
Mm.
like. It seems like people get away from Trump and the power and whatever comes with that. And like whatever Elon knew, but maybe he thought he could stroke his way into getting his way. I don't know. But obviously he doesn't know Trump. He doesn't know who that president is. um, and that's the part that I don't like.
Mm.
That's the part that bothers me. And that's why I said I don't even care if their bromance comes back. Like, I really don't care. I just want him to focus on running this country, getting us all back to a better place, truly making America great again, and allowing Americans to survive in this world. And if we could just stop talking about the fucking clickbait, I would be very happy.
Everything you said. And Candace was right. I did give Elon too much what's the
Gravitas.
word? Not grace, not credit. Yeah, yeah, because yeah, he did like he didn't come until after he got almost got annihilated on CNN. And so he wasn't there before July 13th. It wasn't until after that that he got on board, and he really understood that his whole trans child, perhaps if they all had the same mother, maybe you could have been a little more
Leave it alone.
influential. But I'm gonna leave that alone.
Conservative trans.
You but yes, but Candace was correct. But Hollywood, like putting Hollywood on a pedestal, is like you're putting superficiality and followers and a false sense of power on a pedestal. Elon has real power. These other people that Trump rolled with have real power, but we should not put them on pedestals. Like, it's like cool, all right. We're glad you're supporting and you're donating. That's cool and all of that, but we shouldn't be jumping on the bandwagon and all in. So I will be more cautious going forward with the BS. And MAGA has become an umbrella for disgruntled Democrats and independents and Republicans. So it has transcended. MAGA is a movement of many walks, and that's why a good chunk of conservatives are a bit pissed about it. But yes, Lumberjack, we know you were right. Yes, we got it. I gave you your credit. Anyway, we will be right back.
I don't know where we're at, so help me, help you.
Now it's time for our trending topic.
We got a special guest in the building. Yes, the host of Tomi Lahren is Fearless on Outkick.com. Tomi Lahren is here. Good morning.
Thank you for having me. It's been a long time coming, so I'm so happy that you had me, and I hope that we can have a nice discussion. I love the dialogue, as you know.
Tomi, are you a racist?
I sure am not. Yeah. Thank you for asking, though. I appreciate just coming in hot, just right off the bat. But I'm glad we could clear that up.
You get that often?
Not so much anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, the time of me being accused of that has dissipated, mostly. But, hey, listen, I appreciate the question. I'm an open book. And I hope after our time together, you will see that for yourself. But thank you for asking.
Inked.
What was that?
Good morning. Are you a racist?
She
What
didn't even
was
say good
that?
morning.
Right.
Like literally, what was that? Why even invite a
Oh my
person
gosh.
on your show if that's how ignorant you're gonna be?
Oh man. Exactly.
I mean, let's be honest. Are you a racist? Huh? Are you bald? Are you a hoe? Are you a side chick? Are you loose? Like, do you smell? Like, and it's literally
Yes.
that that comes from the basis of someone's opinion, right? Her being a racist is based on someone's opinion of her.
Mhm.
It's not factual. So if you really felt she was a racist, why is she on your show? Let's start there. And if you really felt she was a racist, do you think by asking her she's going to tell you yes? Does it make sense? None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. It was by far the dumbest, ignorant shit I've ever seen. Like they could have had a whole dialogue, and then they could have been like, you know what? So can we touch on the fact that it's been said that you're a racist? Can you explain how we got there? Can you explain why people have said that? Can you? Are you a
Oh,
racist?
Jesus.
Like it,
Welcome.
but it shows the ignorance of them.
Right.
Like if listen, if I had the opportunity to interview a racist, truly, that's not going to be my first question, and I'm not even going to ask you that question because I already know you are. So now we're gonna break it down, right? We're gonna pick you apart. We're gonna. Are you a racist? I'm surprised she laughed it off because I'd have been like, you know what, I'm good. She was kind. She's like, oh, I appreciate you coming in hot. I'd have been like, you know what, bitch, you sitting up here looking bald headed with these braids on the top of your head, and you gonna ask me some stupid question like that? Really? That. Anyways, I'm tired, you guys. I'm tired. The word racist has been watered down so much
Oh my God.
that the real racist is no longer racist because they have just diluted the entire word to oblivion. But it's
Yeah.
cool, whatever. I mean, sure.
Jesus.
Are you racist? Go ahead, Prince, because I know you racist. So go on and tell us. Takes one to
You
know
know I love to do racism.
Oh Lord.
when done
I
right.
know racism, and Tomi Lahren is not a racist. This is my thing. You yourself just hilarious. You are a stereotype.
Mm.
So when you are a stereotype, guess what you do? People can peg you a certain way. That doesn't make them a racist. That makes them a great observationist. Like you could be like, do you have two different baby daddies?
Oh.
Are you bald?
Oh.
Are you from Baltimore and ignorant?
Ooh.
Are you really funny?
Oh. Damn.
Should you even really have this job because you came back and they had somebody sitting next to you doing your job? Tomi Lahren has her own show. She could leave and come back and not be looking at somebody else, and they don't want to tell her that she's lacking. She doesn't have her job anymore. That, and you know what's funny? And like for those who don't know, like in a multiverse, like the Breakfast Club is like a watered down version of the Trifecta Hour. Except they have 95 producers and they still unprepared.
That part.
They just get off because their audience is low vibrational. Their audience still think that Meg got shot by Tory. That's why they're popular. The Breakfast Club has sponsors and they have people that cater to degenerates, cater to the wrong side of the culture. Cater to people who don't really ask the real question. You got somebody like Tomi Lahren in your presence. You should have had a better first question than that. And I get it. You're trying to be funny, which you're an oxymoron because Jess is not hilarious.
Oh,
I've never found her funny. My wife is going to get mad at me because my wife loves
Jesus.
Jess. I don't. Jess with the mess never was funny to me. And then you wonder why these white people get behind their computers, and now they're not even doing it behind fake accounts anymore. They're actually doing it under their own accounts, calling you every name under the book. And you know what? People like you, Jess, you deserve it. Now, when she go back to her circle, and she'll probably go back to her people, she'll be like, don't ever put me on a uncouth show like that again. Unless the check is large. So congratulations, Jess.
Listen, I've never seen Jess with the mess. I knew who she was, but I never saw like what she did. I just saw it, and then she was on the Breakfast Club. But what I do know of her is she really negotiated her salary to sit at that seat at the Breakfast Club. I'll give her respect for that. She is very not on board with that trans stuff, so I give her respect for that. She says her uterus is her superpower.
It's worn out too.
And she shut up. It is not. Stop it. But for that to be the first question out the gate to a semi-high profile person, a person that doesn't normally show up to your platform, is disrespectful as hell, whether it was a joke or not. But it was stupid. It was just a bad way to start. And if she had clapped back and said, are you a racist? And she said, well, like, do you have an EBT card in your wallet? Then it would have been, oh my gosh, they would have, the comments and everybody would have ate her up, tore her down. But no, well, you can be an ass, but I can't be one back. So she took it in stride. I'll give it that. But yeah, definitely when she got back there, oh yeah, we ain't coming back here. What are we talking to these people for? I didn't see I saw clips of the interview. It's all right. But again, these aren't like three journalists, three very, crafty, witty people, who are really going to come up with some thought-provoking questions to really ask somebody. They're just going to really ask a bunch of emotional, stupid questions. But if Tomi Lahren was a racist, I don't think she would come to the Breakfast Club. Like, what does she really get out of this? Like, not like these people are going to mass subscribe to her platform and support her and go subscribe to her website or something. They're not, so she's here, you're here, have the civil discourse and keep it moving. But this is what happens when ghetto rears his ugly head. And just hilarious, you know better. But yeah, they were going to replace your ass, but they couldn't because of your contract, which you were smart to negotiate. But nah, we good, Sway. Anyway, we will be right back.
It's always lit over at ajsrantroom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. And introducing our first shoe line, Aloysius Germain. So get on over to ajsrantroom.com today and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
Get the
Now
shopping. I love that part. I'm sorry.
Now it's time to get petty.
You know what would have been great, AJ, if the screen would have shook when she fell and buildings would have toppled over, but it's like some CGI buildings or something.
We'll put it in your chat GPT, see what they come up with.
Okay, let me get my audio back. So I see Tacos is here.
Huh?
I see Tacos is here.
Oh boy.
Tacos. I'm glad that you decided to join the Trifecta.
What up, Tacos?
Since you didn't want to come to the live, after we had our whole little debacle. But I went back and I watched my live from that night. So I want to make something very, very clear. Actually, I clipped it, but I don't know how long it is, so I don't want to play it in here. But um, I said, I said to you in my live that the other night, I said that we should discuss the drunken tacos. That's what I said. And then I said, something else was said. I was talking to the chat. And then I said, yeah, she needs rehab. That's what I said. So actually, I didn't even say fuck tacos. So I don't know where that lie came from. I don't know what recording you were looking at, but that recording didn't come from my live. So I went back and I watched it. And it was literally, I think, 30 seconds. And then we moved on to a different conversation. We started talking about my tattoo that I'm getting and all this other kind of shit. So I think what's important about all of this is that when somebody says it's not that serious, just let it go, you probably should just let it go because it really wasn't that serious. But instead, you wanted to exercise your whatever power that you thought you had, and then you wanted to scream and holler and yell at me in a live, and then you wanted to say that I was Belinda's lapdog. Then you proceeded. To DM me. I believe you told somebody we was mutuals. Well, bitch, you're blocked. So we're not even that now. But I'm going to say this because this is my space and no one can control this space. If you ever think that your white ass can form on your fucking lips again to call me a fucking lapdog, bitch, you got me incredibly fucked up. And at any time, we can go outside. See, you said to me, why am I acting tough? No, bitch, I'm not acting. If you want me to come outside, we can go outside. We can just go the fuck outside. Where you want to meet at? Walmart parking lot, Target, where you want to go? We could just go outside. We can have whatever fucking conversations you people feel like we need to have. But what the fuck you won't do is call me a lapdog. No, I did invite you to my live. I actually did invite you to my live because you could have come there and we could have had the discussion. But your bitch ass didn't come because you're sitting in your funky raggedy discourse with these other fucking trifling, no good, lying bitches instead of coming to confront me in a space that you know you can't control or dictate. I've had the conversation. I'm done having the conversation. You need to go to fucking rehab. You need to detox your fucking liver. You need to fucking stop worrying about the internet and what the fuck people say about you on the internet. But bitch, because the one thing you can't control is my voice. I will call you whatever the fuck I want. I will say whatever the fuck I want to say. And there's absolutely nothing you can fucking do about it. If you don't fucking like it, call my mama and tell her. If you don't fucking like it, bring your ass outside and shut me the fuck up. I'm done talking about it. I'm done talking about you. You've been blocked, so you won't be DMing me because you're blocked. And that's the end of the discussion. Don't call me a lapdog again, bitch. You're the only dog. The only one. Arf, arf. You get wet, you smell like one. Be clear. Okay? All right.
Wow.
I don't even know why the fuck she's here. We're not meeting at Linz's house because I've never been to Linz's house. But we can meet at one of the three that I have. Which one? Which one's closest to you?
Oh. Bernie Sanders and this bitch. She said, I got three.
I don't even know why the fuck she would bring up Linz. Me and Linz are not friends. We're not friends. That's the difference. We're not friends. So which fucking one you want me to meet at? Which one? Which state? I don't know where you are, but I hear that you share your fucking address to everybody and anybody. Send it to my backup. Share it to my Instagram. I'll be on a flight tonight, bitch, because I can afford to do that. Don't fucking play with me. Get the fuck out my chat, bitch. This is a motherfucking trifecta. You're not wanted. Go home, ho.
Try to make me go to rehab. Well, since we're on the subject of TikTok, my petty goes out to TikTok, who suppressed all my videos this week and suspended my live stream until Saturday. So I've had no live stream access all week, and all of my videos are suppressed. Then the audacity for this hoe to send a survey. Hey, how much would it cost for you to be a full-time creator? No, bitch. I would need the guaranteed money at the top of the month, not after the month. I mean, you want to do whatever you want with my shit. I want guaranteed money. Don't be sending me no fucking survey as you oppress, suppress, and repress my shit. Whatever the highest number is, I want it. It's called retroactive pay, bitch.
Ooh.
For all the times my damn account has been suppressed. A nigga should be well over 500,000 followers at this point. But no. Then you let all these greasy ass monkeys get on this app, talk good shit for 2 weeks, and suddenly they're fucking celebrities. Okay. But when you get your shit together and you show me some real upfront money, then I'll be more inspired to create content for your fucking app. Can we get the Americans on board? I'm tired of these fucking... Go ahead, Prince.
My petty is to how can I say it without the people that work at the 7-Eleven, y'all stink. Like, why? Like, I'm trying to figure out, is it genetic? Is it
Hasn't
DNA?
this been your petty before?
Is it like why do y'all stink so bad? It's like you're constantly like crop dusting, because you'll like walk past the 30-pound weights, and then I'll be like, okay, then they'll be like, oh, it's like working out, and it's like working out in the spaghetti house. Like, y'all stink. Like, it's so bad. And then to the guy that comes into the gym and he has a full mask on and he has gloves on and he touches all the weights with tissue in his hand, like, dude, just stay home. Like if
stay home.
If being a hypochondriac ain't gonna kill you, I don't know what will, because you come in that bitch like it's quarantine, like you ET. Like and I bet, and the people that's always that careful, they eat ass. They sleep with everybody.
Oh my god.
They get every vaccination in the sun, but they want to come in a full they want to come in a full hazmat suit to the gym. Just stay home. That's it, man.
Wait, didn't you look up why they smell like that?
Yeah, because it's a type of fast that they do where it's nothing, no pleasures, no nothing, no soap, no showers, no sex, no nothing. And then when they come off of that, they can like go buck wild and stuff. But
so
y'all gonna have to change that law and add soap, because.
Well, how long do they not shower?
I ain't get that far. I just saw her not showered and got disgusted.
Oh, and just FYI, yes, she's blocked from here too.
Oh Lord. Well, we lost a subscriber.
Nobody cares.
We'll be right back. All right, now it's time for our memes of the week.
I am kind of getting used to that song now.
Nah, I still like that.
Oh wait, last week you was jamming to it, Prince.
But it just because he always hit that one. right in time for the beat to drop, and it's just not the same, yo. It's not the same. Oh, and it's time for our memes of the week. You know what? June is a very complex month because it's Pride Month, it's Veterans Month, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, it's Father's Day, it's Juneteenth, it's my birthday, and we got to share it with all the assless chaps people or all the people that don't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Like, and to all you corporate people who tripped over yourselves to celebrate that soon as it turned 12:01 a.m. the 1st, shame on y'all. putting even Skittles got involved. Like, y'all are naturally a rainbow. Like, you're already the symbol. NFL is gay. Baseball is gay. Like, shut up. Like, let me stop. I felt the word coming out my mouth. Next meme.
You said I felt the word coming out my mouth. You sure did. I felt it too, Prince. I felt it right over here.
Yes.
Okay.
Y'all heard of The Incredibles? Great movie. Now these are the Unfuckables. These are the people that be on the internet, be telling men that, they're threes, my body, my choice. Yes, it is your body, and it is your choice to be unfuckable because nobody's hitting that.
I'm done.
And you ever notice they always get together with somebody else? Like, they get together with like a non-binary, half wolf, half Samoan, half booger wolf, like, legal hippie.
Yes.
It's never like a man and a woman couple like just straight together. It's always some caveats and some different titles to the boyfriend.
Damn.
Next meme.
I love it. Next meme.
Yes. Raised by Kamala. Look at it. Like just, I bet you she recycles. He, she, they, it recycles, like hugs trees, doesn't use deodorant, has hairy pits.
Oh my God.
Considers themselves non-binary but straight and all that other good stuff. And then you got raised by Trump. Just
a man.
Just a man.
I can't stand.
You heard about Finding Nemo? Now it's Finding Daddy.
Oh my God.
Finding Daddy, the Conservative Chronicles. Listen.
All right, I can't.
Y'all gonna stop fetishizing us. Listen, we got 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door. Now you got to find your daddy.
Jesus.
He said, now you got to find your daddy.
Wow.
This is beautiful. You can't
I've
trust
seen it in different ways too. I've seen it where Elon's on top, Trump's on the bottom.
You can't trust African Americans. Look, because like we told y'all, and Trump is giving it to Elon, and I feel like this how it is because ultimately Trump's on top because he's the president of the United States.
Facts.
And he's a billionaire. So I mean, it's like Elon's a billionaire, but he ain't the president of the United States. Like, can you imagine that on your resume? Real estate developer, a TV mogul, TV star, president 2 times.
Well, can we just discuss how the chick on top stomach is flat and the one on the bottom?
That's how it always is. The bad body women always want to fight.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Doo-doo banana.
Don't say nothing, Prince. Just
listen.
Let it rock. Don't say nothing.
And you know what? Let's talk about it because I feel like that's a cop out. Because if you do what you have to do, it shouldn't even be that way. Like you should be empty. Like I talk to people, and they said, like, I know somebody in that industry, and they said they fast for like 3 days, like they don't eat nothing when they getting ready for that scene. So a lot of y'all just lazy. Y'all don't want to put in the work. Y'all just want to just doodle all over your covers and throw a couple Tide Pods in the washing machine and think it's gonna help.
Anti-pods.
Y'all be the first people to tell people to stay away from pork. But look at your mouth. Look at your thing.
Okay.
Nutella. Those are your memes of the week. Doodoo man. Go upstairs and take a shower. Get ready to eat some booty. Doodoo man. Y'all don't remember that TikTok video?
No.
I don't care about you being on that game. Go upstairs and take a shower and get ready to eat some booty. Doodoo man. Where you gonna damn it get a sponsor?
Oh God. Definitely
Nutella, holla at me.
Definitely not fleet enemas.
Actually, they probably would because you need those to get your shit.
Get on out.
You need to flush it. You need to get it right.
Oh God.
You need to flush it.
Oh my gosh. Now it's time for our Urban Dictionary word of the day.
I have to take my glasses off so I can see it. Because God forbid that I got glasses so I don't have to wear contacts, but now I can't read anything up. So I didn't want to wear reading glasses. So I got regular glasses, but guess what? Now I have to take those off to see up. Stop it. Okay. I can't win. Banished.
Oh God.
Exiled.
Oh God.
From a place, community, or group, often permanently.
Not true.
Excommunicado.
Eliminated or to get rid of.
It's BS.
Something unwanted.
Damn.
They made it up.
It will no longer be Taco Tuesdays here. The tribe has spoken. Banished.
Try to make me go to rehab.
And I said no.
Just so y'all know, I'm always gonna choose Keisha. So whoever she talking about, y'all gone. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh yeah, like I told him, I'm always gonna believe Belinda over you. Sucks to be you, bitch. I blocked you from YouTube, and you know what the best part was? Just like on TikTok, the whole entire chat saw that you had been blocked.
Wow.
They were like, "Wait, did she just get blocked from YouTube?"
Wow.
Estina put it in there. They could see that she got blocked.
That's nasty when you get blocked on YouTube. Damn.
Baby.
All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Oh, the Trifecta hour was actually an hour today. Hallelujah. Praise God. We appreciate y'all for watching. Enjoy your weekend. And episode 96 is loaded.
Nutella.
Oh my God.
Call me.
Don't call us.